Hello. So right now I am doing my last high school project. And what I mean by project, I don't know about the situation in USA or any other countries, but in Turkey here where I'm studying, you have to do one project a year for a subject and you actually can choose which subject. And you know, the thing of the project is that let's say that you had, for example, B plus on English, and you want to make that grade just a little bit higher. So you take a project and you write about something that your teacher suggests, or that actually you can choose it too, but there are limited concepts. So you choose one of them and you do a project about it. And while you are doing the project, you are gonna just write things about that project. Then your teacher is gonna ask you about that project, and he's gonna see if you are if you understood that concept or that concept of subject. Yeah. So now I am in the 11th grade and I am having my last project. Like, when we were in school, in general, we used to hate the school. We used to hate these projects. In fact, I am hating it, doing it right now, but I know that I'm gonna just, miss it so much. So I decided to do this video, and maybe in the future, I'm gonna be watching this and be like, oh wow, here I did my last project. And I don't know, I just love this. I even write my diaries, not every day, not on daily basis, but it's I like to collect memories. So I'm just gonna like sit like this and do my project. I am doing about the, I don't know how I'm gonna translate this into English, but the four main what main powers, not power, no, I don't know, to be honest, but but it's something like the main four nature powers or something like that. It has the strong nuclear power and the weak nuclear power and stuff like that. I've took it in the physics. Now, unfortunately, I have actually took this project from the physics subject, but I got a plus in physics, but I have to do it. And if I don't do it, I'm gonna, just my grade is gonna drop a lot more. So I am obligated to do it. Anyways, I just wanted to say, like, I don't know if you are in school right now or in uni, but you are gonna miss it so much when you leave it. I still didn't, I'm not finished, but I know that I'm gonna miss it so much. And I'm not sure about the reason, but I think that, we as people, we do not know the price of things until we lose it. I don't know what kind of sentence was that, but you get me. I think that you get me. That thing isn't just in people. You're gonna miss people, you're gonna miss moments, you're gonna miss some times, some hard times, some easy times. You're gonna miss a lot of things, and I hate this thing about life. Like, why can't we just get everything and just don't lose it for eternity? But that is unfortunately not possible. But I'm just saying to you that if you are now hating your school or your teachers, or I don't know what, you're gonna miss it so much one day. You're gonna miss you're gonna miss yourself, like, sitting in that class and hearing the teacher just spitting some bullshit. No, not bullshit, but some things that you are not interested in. Okay, let's be respectful. you're gonna you're gonna miss that. You're gonna miss that, the twilight. Nah, you're not gonna probably miss that, but a little bit maybe, I don't know. So since I started this video, I didn't write even one sentence, so I'm gonna write a little bit, then collect these ideas in my mind and get back to you. So I wrote some stuff, but I'm gonna talk a little bit and write some stuff again, but I'm gonna talk a little bit for now because I need to yap between every sentence. I actually had my last exam week of exams. Yes, week of exams last week, and I was like, I was talking to my friends, and I was like, oh, finally, it's like our last exam, but we're gonna like miss this, but all my friends are like, nah, I'm gonna just when our these exams are finished, I'm gonna go home and sleep all day and do this and do that. But they actually do not believe me that they are gonna miss it. But I know that they are gonna miss it. In fact, I have talked to a lot of people that have finished their high school and they were like the same, like I miss this, I miss that and stuff, you know. I know that mostly it's because of their current lives, because when you go from high school to uni or when you go from high school to work, you're gonna hate that phase. I'm sure about that. And you're gonna like just miss the old phase, which was actually bad, but you're gonna still miss it because it was better than the phase that you are currently in. But still, you know, I'm sure that I'm gonna miss the how am I gonna say that word, you know? I'm just gonna miss that life kinda. I'm gonna miss that life that had not that much of a responsibility, because I know that the university phase or the work phase is gonna be a lot more harder. It's gonna be a lot more boring. But when you think about it, like, school did everything, not did everything for you, but did everything instead of you. Like, for 13 years, I have been studying, and I actually haven't questioned myself for once, like, why am I studying? Why am I getting these high grades? In fact, I am actually a very, like, you know, hardworking student. I was like, most of the times I was like the first on my school. I used to always, and I still have always, you know, have these A plus grades and all of that. And probably this year is gonna be like, my GPA is gonna be like 4. I don't know about the weighted GPA. I don't know about the system a lot, but my GPA like is gonna be 4 plus. I don't know how you how is that, but like in percent, it's gonna be like 98 or 99%. I don't know, something like that. But still, like, this is not the thing that I want to do in life, and the problem is that I haven't realized this until this year. In fact, no, not this year, but like maybe in the 11th grade, maybe even in the 10th grade. But I like, you know, uh, in this year I have became sure that this is not the thing that I want to do in life. I don't want to go to uni, to be honest. I don't want to go like get a job and work 9 hours, 12 hours, I don't know how many hours, but like, I love work, but I just don't think that it suits me. And for that reason, I am doing businesses. I don't know if you can call them businesses, but like things outside of school, or even things outside of uni. And to be honest, I'm not planning to go to the university at all this year, but it's just like, you know, families and stuff, you know, your family is gonna be, oh no, you have to go to the university. It's where you learn everything from there. It's the science place. It's everything in life, and you know, and my parents are kind of old actually, so I have no problem with that. Like, uh, they, you know, they grew up on that idea that the university is everything, that you cannot do anything with that university. In fact, my father himself told me that I am gonna be nothing if I didn't go to the university. And I'm not gonna be sad. I'm not gonna cry because of that, because I understand him. He doesn't want to harm. He doesn't want any harm for me, but he's just like, that's how he thinks, you know. And for that reason, I have to work so hard to prove him wrong. Like, I'm gonna do whatever it takes just to prove him wrong. No, I'm kidding, but not to prove him wrong, but like, I'm gonna show him no, not probably, not probably. Of course, I'm gonna show him that you can do a lot without university. In fact, you you know, school didn't teach me a lot about life. Like, and actually, this year I'm seeing my friends, and most of them are like, what I'm gonna do in the university, what I'm gonna do with my life. Like they are all stressed out. They have no idea about what they are gonna do in their lives, because school actually doesn't teach you that. It doesn't teach you how to live properly. It doesn't teach you how to interact with people. It only teaches you math, science, chemistry, physics, and most of them is are actually like, you know, things that you are not gonna be using them in real life. You're not gonna be losing you're not gonna be using you're not gonna be using them in daily basis, and I don't want that. And I'm sure that if I use my time properly, I'm gonna be a lot more, you know, a lot more better. That's what I'm assuming, that's what I'm thinking of. In fact, like until the ninth grade or even maybe the 10th grade, I was that introverted, very hardworking student, but I didn't have social skills at all. Like if you came to me at that time and said like hello, how are you doing? I'm gonna say like hi, I'm good. And just like that, the interaction is finished. I don't know how I had friends when I was in the middle school, but like one of them was like my relative, and the other two, I don't know how I like, you know, managed to talk to these two, but somehow I had some friends in the middle school and in the you know, primary school. But I'm sure that if I continue to be like that version of myself, that like I'm not gonna be successful in life. I'm gonna be alone. I don't have a problem with being alone. In fact, I love being alone. But you know, it's just the interactions, and you have to have social skills. Like, you know, that's what I'm thinking. I'm not gonna be like, oh, there are studies that shows that are showing that you know, people can live alone, or that people have to have some people in their lives because they can live alone because they are social you know, social beings, I don't know, social human beings, social something like that. Yeah. I'm not gonna say that, but just for me, I don't have a problem with being alone, and I think that it's an important thing to have social skills, like just in general. You know, if you want to have, I don't know, if you are planning to meet people and have fun in your life, I think that you have to have these social skills, because I was actually extra introverted when I was in middle school and in the start of the high school. But I don't know how I came here, but every time I talk about school or future, I just came here. I talk about this because I hate this thing a lot about school, because school doesn't teach you that. It only teaches you some things that you're not going to be even remembering them after school. Like if I'm not going to be an engineer, why do I need to study math? Why, let's say that I want to be an NBA player. Okay, let's say that I want to be an NBA player. Why do I need to study math in school? I can use that time in training or in learning a lot of other things in you know, outside of school. It's gonna be a lot more better for me if I use that time properly. But I think that the school is important in some kind of things. Actually, school, like, you know, it gives you discipline, because a lot of you, and me included too, for sure, we sometimes, you know, have a lack of discipline. So actually, school, like, you know, if you here in Turkey too, if you don't go to school like for 31 days or 30 and a half days, you're gonna be like, you know, you're gonna repeat the class. I don't know how I can say that in English, but like, let's say this year I was in the 10th grade, the next year I'm gonna still be in the 10th grade. My English just didn't help me in this, but yeah, that what I meant. That is what I meant, and I think that you get me now. And another thing is maybe like, you know, school teaches you how to write and read. If there was no school, a lot of people are gonna be, you know, are not gonna be having the ability to do these things. So I think that school is important for that reason too, and it is important for some, you know, fundamental informations in our lives. For example, it teaches you how to some basic math, some basic some basic lecture, some basic geography, some basic, you know, history, some basic chemistry, basic physics. I'm okay with that. Like I'm okay with the school to the elementary to the middle school, but I think that the high school is, I don't know. I think that it's a waste of time, to be honest. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's good for your social skills. Like you can in that age, like, you know, you can come to the realization that you need to have some better social skills, and you can actually develop them at that phase. But just in general, I don't think that it's. I think that it's a waste of time. The high school. I'm gonna write just a little bit more about the project, and I'm gonna continue to yap again. So because I'm doing this project, I'm not too much focused, to be honest. So I think that I'm gonna finish this video here. I actually have a lot of more things to talk about, and I love to yap a lot, because normally I do not yap these things to people around me, because I don't think that they're gonna understand. Anyways, so this is the video. I don't know when is gonna be the next video, but if you have any questions, any other thoughts, any topics that you want me to talk about, because you know my opinion does matter a lot, for this planet to continue living. No, to continue, like to continue, man. You get me. So share your thoughts with me. Yes, share your thoughts with me, and do some comments about my thoughts and what do you think, because I'm just curious. Like, you know, I'm curious about the my generation and the next generation and the older generation. So I'm open. So now. Oh, what the? I'm open. In short, I'm open to hear your thoughts, your opinions. I like this thing. I like to hear people's opinions, new thoughts, because I don't know. I think that we can grow by using each other. No, by talking to by sharing each other's ideas. Yeah, I think that this is the right sentence. Anyways, that's it for today. Bye.